Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Today, it's back to the Last Defense Academy. I again apologize for being immensely late today. I ran a game event in VR chat last night, and I was originally planning on it to end at 10, but a lot of people ended up wanting to still play some more games, and I'm always down for some more games, and ended up staying up to about like 1 o'clock in the morning, so... yeah, I kind of just hibernated for a bit, so whoops. Anyway, though, here we are. We still got some time in the day, and it's time for Last Defense Academy shenanigans. Now, let's see what was going on. See what we got reactivated. This was the. We're still in the timeline where we let her get absorbed, I believe, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah. So, we're just seeing the ultimate conclusion of, quote-unquote, knowing the truth. So, onward and out, it seems, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, like, finding out that they're actually technically just all clones of, like clone children, like, sends, like, some really, odd thoughts to some of the endings we've gotten now. That's your biggest concern? I have way bigger concerns than you! Honestly, I wouldn't even, like, know what the fucking feel of that, being told you're essentially a clone child from an alien who's been completely grown for years to be used as a weapon with no real actual life or anything. That's pretty whack, Chief.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Hmm.
But assuming there's any truth to any of this... I don't, like, I've been thinking about all this stuff. Like, you know, I talked about how I don't think this is, like, the 100% truth. That I feel like some of this stuff is likely red herring. But, you have to also mix the idea, like, I'm pretty sure the game is giving us tidbits of information through all these timelines to figure something out. So it's like, well, if most of this is a red herring, what tidbits would be the tidbits that are pulling? So, like, in the killing paths, you know, we had obvious cases of multiple people existing. There were all multiple people existing. So clones, the cloning logic makes sense with that. Now, whether the whole dead body thing that I came up with has any point, that's a bit up though. Let's see, who can we hang out with? I think we still need an item from you. I think we maxed him out, didn't we? I think. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure we maxed him out. Yeah, he's maxed out. All his items are figured out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she still has one item that's unknown. So we're still trying to get a hint or something related to that. So let's see. The last one was Jason. 4 that. So let's go ahead and say heal. And where is she? She's in. I'm not sure if I've talked to her in the courtyard before. Oh, actually, we have had this conversation. I remember that. Dad damn it. Well, then I guess it's back to the Guess-O-Matic. Now, it was letting us make gifts for traderly friends, so, you know, there's several things we could still try giving him. And you know, honestly, considering he spends half the game being dead and half the game being in prison, it kind of makes the whole having conversation, hangout time with him to learn his gift things actually really hard. Like, honestly, that makes it where you, like, really need to do that in the first 100 days, so that leaves him pretty, pretty out there. What things have I given him? Because we don't get a bajillion opportunities to give him shit. So we've given him History of Mankind, 5-star novel, e-weedle, bookmark, book cover. So we gave him the e-weedle. Probably would like those. So other than the factory thing, I still haven't found anyone who likes. Wonder what his reaction to it would be.
I suppose I'll take it, since it's a gift from you.
I only know yours. I think there was one thing we still needed from her. Two things. Where is she again? Cafeteria? Off the top of my head, I don't remember any conversations with her in the cafeteria.
Huh?
Nope, no hint. Man, I really regret not hanging out with them as much during the first one. Like, I feel like the first 100 days, if I hung out with a lot of them, I would have had way more hints. Okay. See. Did anyone like the basic genre? See, you liked it, the basic genre. That's what I was thinking. Now, actually, have I found any food item he likes? No, I have not learned any food item he likes. This might be kind of a weird choice, but, you know, it's a weird item.
This is quite sickening.
Oh. Okay, that's a no. Yikes. Didn't think it was gonna be that bad. See. So you only had books and magazines so far, and she doesn't have it either, so let's see who I've made this for, if anyone. So I have gave it to him. I have not given it to her.
Oh, this looks... What I told you the other day is exactly what I'm thinking now. As a human, I feel terrible that we've treated you so badly and forced you to fight. I have no right to say this, but I don't think someone or something is fake just because it only exists in your memories. Because those memories still moved you. Your memories of Katawa drove you to action, right? So, please, don't ever forget Katawa. Cherish those memories you have of her. I think that would make her very happy. It's just a feeling that I have.
Huh. I wasn't expecting that. I'm assuming that's the additional Bond scene that you can see in the... I'll double check that. Now what's interesting...
You never will then.
What's interesting is that was actually directly relating or commenting on things that are happening right now. So that would mean the additional Bond scene is story related. Meaning there's probably specific times you have to
Get ready, prepare, be ready.
give him. Which that would be actually trickier. yeah, I'm curious to see if that, no, not that, the, it did. But yeah, it actually directly talked about what was happening in this timeline. And voice acting, mind you, as well. So that's very interesting. Because that makes it sound like you have to find a unique moment in the game to give them another item. So we might actually need to experiment with that. I wonder if giving him another item during this would trigger his, maybe. I mean, he did trigger the current events, to be fair, so... Oh, you won't give me the harem endings, but you give me the pregnant photo. I see how you are, game. I see how you are. Anyway, so that's interesting. Interesting. But she did not like the item, though, which still left... You know, it's funny that we got her bond wank up, but there's still so few items I still need to figure out that she likes or that dislikes of that. So, how's that... So if you get all the way, it shines. Oh wait, no. I guess I didn't wait long enough. Okay, never mind. So I think next time I'll try and give him something he likes and see if that might trigger a unique extra scene with him. I mean, even with all the circumstances as they stand, I'm still very wary of you, because, like, we're essentially on a path to still help humanity, even though if it may just be for our own sakes. And I don't know how much I can trust you, even if you agree with our decision. Yeah, see, that's what I find weird. I get wanting some variety, but man, like, there was some very fucking oddball people here. You know, that's actually... You know, that brings up an interesting question. How does he view the invaders? I don't think he's ever commented on how he views them. So... So what? You want to make everything extinct then, or what?
Oh.
A glitch in his programming.
Huh?
Oh. PC. Hello? There we go. Don't fucking feed too much hiss into there, ah. Okay, that seems to be doing fine now. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like sending it into the feed there for a second. Startup did. I mean, that's like I've wondered that through all these things. So he's just essentially admitting that something happened when making his memories.
Huh? Ha. Ha.
We're family, so don't kill us.
Hey!
Oh wow! I agree with you for once, man. So wait, actually that technically means in the original timeline he killed his father and absorbed him. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, we can experiment if there's no one to talk to. Okay, we already did cafeteria with Hall. So, nope, no one to chat with. So let's go in here, we'll give this a shot, see if we can get an additional event. No, wrong thing. Other thing, please. Oh shit, the ceiling vents for the house thing's open. What? Give me a second. Yeah, close that one, because that one actually does feed into the mic. Ugh. I swear, all this AC shit I'm dealing with right now is all fucking annoying. Like, you think it would be simple to just use the house one. But no. My dad doesn't want to actually use it for fucking its actual functionality or anything. So, gotta get this stupid fucking ground unit that sucks. Can't even leave it on, which is like almost completely counterproductive to even fucking having it. Because it's gotta use a bucket to fucking dump water in. And it makes so much fucking water. Seriously, I could fill a barrel up in a day if I fucking actually sat here and maintained it. And I currently have no way to, like, send the water out of the womb on its own. And it's pretty annoying, because obviously that would be a good solution, but it's at the moment not something I can do. Anyway. So we'll give him something he likes. see. He liked the hamster plush, I think. Yes. So we'll just give that to him, and we'll see if that triggers an additional event with him.
You're giving.
Bam.
My memories were the worst of the worst. I never had great memories like all of you did. I'm really shocked that Leo doesn't exist, though. I'm not sure if I can ever recover from that. But I can't just wallow in despair. We had to kill Ava to learn this truth. I'll bear the guilt of killing her. There's only one way I can do that now. And that's to help all of you keep living. To connect the life I've consumed to other lives. If it comes down to it, I'll protect your lives with my own. For Ava's sake as well.
No, very well. It could be the extra scene could all just be in this actual moment in time. Okay. But then again, some of the people are dead, so it can't be everyone. Oh, we got know. Maybe a possibility. And you're that one. Okay, let's go in the work room, save, see if we get a hint from her. If not, then we'll mosey on to the next person in the Trimax. Make you try it. No, actually, you know, I know.
Heady, soldiers.
Give me a
It's time
second.
to hit the hay.
Because I noticed, like, the bar thing for the audio is still occasionally going up. I'm still kind of wanting the space with this. You know, I need to be quiet for a second. I hear something in the background now. Yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe I need to move it than the way I had it before. I thought maybe it'd be okay though, but I don't know. I might also just need to try and block it off with something of that. I don't know. I hate my father. He just doesn't understand anything about this shit. It's so annoying.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up. Well then.
Like, he doesn't understand how fucking annoying the stupid $200 waste of money he bought is. Like, it can't even function without someone being here because it'll flood. Like, what kind of stupid fucking... He literally, like, I literally tried to explain this shit to him. And he didn't care, listen. He's like, I try, you know. You explained all the reasons why this isn't going to be a good idea. And then he gets upset when I tell him, it's like, yeah, it's not going to work.
Get ready for your... Prepare to be ready to give your life.
What new ideas are there, Willie, other than just fucking waiting to get the fuck out of here at this point? I mean, it's not Willie anything else to fucking do.
Ah.
That's for sure. That would have been an interesting dialogue to listen to for sure. Yeah, to be fair, that probably is something she would say.
Oh.
Oh.
Tuh.
Oh. I want to die for you. I don't want my life to just flicker out. I want to feel like it was the price I paid for my friend's happiness. And it's a price I'll pay gladly. That is what will give my life true meaning. Oh. That's all I want.
Oh. Ah.
And imagine just having to make a choice that really has no more correct answer, really. I mean, it's easy to say, oh, humanity's clearly 100% at fault, but that's not really true. I mean, from what we're understanding, it would be more essentially the government of humanity that would be in the wrong. In general, humanity, like, wasn't even aware of what was going on. But yeah, my next break, I'll try moving the air conditioner unit to another spot that might be more better. That I think worked out better for it, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a stupid piece of shit. It would have been way better to have a normal window unit, even if it was just jerry-wigged into the fucking window, but I don't know. He didn't think that was, like, actually a choice. But I think that would have worked out better than the stupid ground unit thing. Good morning, Dan. But honestly, I consider it a huge waste of fucking $200. I don't know what the fuck, like... And the thing is, he doesn't understand, like, my other room where my bed is, you know, it doesn't have access to the ground unit air conditioning. It still needs the house air conditioning. And that room has worse problems with heat because it only has one way in and out. But leave it to good old Dad to be a dumbass and still not fucking understand anything. Okay. I'm not sure if I've had a woof conversation with her. So that might give us the hint we desperately want. What you got to say? Ooh. Holy shit.
Hey. Huh? Oh. Oh. Huh?
So far, he's just saying shit we already would.
Huh? Hey. Aha.
So that's why they. But how do they get to the satellite to attack, though? Unless, well, I don't know. Are those false memories then? I mean, they happened, but he also admitted that they. I don't know. I guess they're false memories.
Oh.
Death. We need to learn more about that. Like, we know they're made by actual people of the planet. Like, residents of the planet will use to make them.
Oh.
But yeah, he's not really telling us anything new. He's just basically regurgitating information. I guess it's just in case you got overloaded with too much information and want to recap something. Which, I mean, to be fair, is a nice little option now. Oh, there you are. Oh no, Wayne. Yeah, we had a bunch of Wayne go through here the last 2 days. I think the west of today is supposed to be mostly getting hot from all the Wayne. Let's see. Oh wait, the news says now there's a drought planned for July now. Just lovely. Let's see. Yeah, there's a number of storms are just leaving Missouri right now. There's a very small one moving to the middle area. Yeah, Washington has a few storms happening in it. They're not like gigantic ones. But yeah, I'm getting sick of the Wayne, but yeah, without the Wayne, now it's gonna get really fucking hot, which sucks too. And well, nothing. Damn it. Okay. Man, I really regret not hanging out with a lot of them during the first 100 days. You would have gotten so many hints, likely. So... But yeah, I'm sorry you're dealing with Wayne Elliott, but good, well, I guess at this point, good afternoon. Anyway, I want to, blame farting on Buns here. So let's see, who else do I have Max that's still alive? You're alive, and you got everything, so I can give him something and see if he also gives a additional spiel right now. I really wish there was like a button to like quickly sort through the things. Well, not sort, but like flip through pages of this stuff. So he liked the dragon jacket, didn't he? It's kind of pricey, actually. What's something cheap? Cheap and affordable. Yeah, we got a long walk. Yeah, that sounds good. Yep. It looks like anyone we got Max is getting the additional scene doing this.
Shit, man. I was trying not to think about it, but it just keeps coming up. This pain is too freaking real. My mom, her bar, my old man, the old folks in the neighborhood, my pals, none of them were real. Just figments of my imagination. This is a bunch of BS. It's like nothing matters anymore. But you know what? I ain't gonna give up on life. I know you guys are going through the same hell I am right now. I don't know what's right or what's wrong anymore, but one thing's for sure. I'll protect all of you if it's the last thing I do. 'Cause that's the real Takamaru Yakushiji way of life.
Now that's standing by your moles. Oh, shit. Well, we did talk to her in the Gift-O-Mac room, so that won't be a new dialogue option. Hint. Man, finding wherever, like, I really wish there wasn't like a thing keeping track of like you have talked to this person in this room already, so thus you have already have the hint here. Like, that would be so cool. Who else do we have that's Max that's alive? I believe that, yeah, we got you and you. And we got him too, so. We got quite a few of the killers that are alive right now to give, so let's, kinda curious what this sister detective has to say, so.
Everything I thought I went through was a lie. Both the good and the bad.
There's some real irony in this right now. If you know, you know. Like, the music playing right now, the conversation right now. There's some real irony going on here right now.
But you're all here with me. My friends that I made here. You're all my first friends. You're as precious to me as Ima is. So I want to protect you, at the very least. No matter what everyone decides to do, I'll support you. Until the very bitter end, I'll stand by you. Because I love all of you.
Aww. You know, this is actually really special here, like, having them actually have a conversation about, like, I feel like in the following game has been rejected for spoiler reasons. Like, the last few characters in that, like, didn't really get a moment like that to actually kind of directly reflect why they were fighting for their lives. If you know, you know. Well, time to see what we come to a conversation about.
Hooray! Huh?
Hey! I'm right here. Ah. Oh.
Aha! Oh.
Ah.
Hey. Ugh.
Yeah, kind of interesting he would actually tell us to do that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you just immediately thought he was an invader, which was fucking stupid. Being cautious is one thing, but come on. I mean, I guess technically he was an invader, though, so I guess he was white.
Tuh.
Leave it to the Lidl.
Huh.
Bam. Called it.
Mm.
There's one last thing I'd like you to bear in mind. Your memories of your time on Earth are all fictitious, there's no denying that. But those memories of the Tokyo residential complex and its people are based in reality. They're good folks who just want to live their lives. Remember those people. They're powerless, and you're the only ones who can help them. The choice is yours. But I want you to save humanity. Because in spite of everything, they are your people.
I mean, it's not an easy decision by any means. Those bad things and horrible choices on all sides. I'm still very confused. How, if humanity was unable to properly fight them until they made us, how in the world have they brought the civilization down this low before us then? This is a pretty awkward choice to make. There's a lot of different things to view. I mean, we're gonna be doing both of them, but to be honest, I don't have a really good choice. But the planet is mostly fucking destroyed, realistically. Either way, we're fucking doomed, but we're worse doomed if we let the residents of the planet win. And Vesnus is not a good person, so a sad and horrible decision is either way.
Oh.
I'll be interested to see how this ends, though.
But there are probably people just like me and Katawa out there. People who are happy living a mundane, average life with each day just like the day before and the day before that. If we're really the only ones who can save those people, then there's nothing more to say. However much we may resent them, I still can't bring myself to turn my back on humanity. Even if I only feel that way because of my false memories, I'm going to stand by it. Ooh.
Yeah, and the realistic thing is, if we side with the aliens, they hate us anyway. They don't give a fuck if we're clones of the waste at all. they're gonna kill us, they're gonna absorb us, they're gonna do whatever. As it stands currently in this particular timeline, there's no way of really opening peaceful talks as long as Vexness is alive. Like, she has to die. That's the only way, and I don't think this timeline's gonna deal with the complications of trying to reach out after killing her and shit. So, I mean, realistically, if we want ourselves to survive and be happy, it's just basically continue as is, sadly. Is it morally right? No. But is the other decision morally right either? I mean, they're not exactly going through great, huge, peaceful morale, goodness choices either, so there's no, like, this is definitely, like, there's no real good in, like, you can split up who's doing more good and less good and bad good and whatever all that, but at the end of the day, nobody's making any of the right decisions for anything. Honestly, if anyone was making any right decisions, they would all be using the opportunity that we can talk to each other as an opportunity to end all this, but nobody is.
Hey!
Now, I do have to wonder how he's going to take all these, though, because, I mean, he's programmed to basically hate everything, so...
Everyone, thank you. 1,000 times thank you. I thank you from the very bottom of humanity's collective heart.
From here on, we're all in this together. We share the same destiny and the same sin.
I mean, I don't really think there's any 100% right choice either way. I mean, yeah, like, humanity invaded the planet. Don't get me wrong. There's literally no real justification other than the bare minimum survival instinct to justify what humanity did. There was no, like, disagreement on that at all. And, like, you could, like, they have made it clear this has been going on for generations. So, you could argue that maybe the aliens all... You could argue the aliens have the more high ground because simply they've been attacked in the land and everything's been getting taken from them. And I'm not necessarily saying there's not an argument to be made there either, but Vexness is also essentially a fucking dictator that's been feeding her people into a machine, turning him to fucking, like, zombie monster slave things and killing her own people for power and screaming about becoming a god. So is it, like, right for me to use that as a justification to doom their entire race? No, I'm not necessarily saying that's right either, but it doesn't make Vexness, like, morally correct just because of other situations, too. Like, essentially the decision is really, do you want your friends to live and possibly have a life after this, or do you want to defend the planet but likely die horrifically? Like, there's basically defend the planet and die and be hated, or defeat the planet and possibly live and have a happy ending to your own lives. That's essentially because they'll backgrounds and everything are fake. Like they like the here and now and what's in the future is their lives. So they can either live for themselves or not live for themselves and die for others. That's essentially your choice, Willie. There's no Willie more right choice from their perspective, Willie. But we're likely going to be doing both of these. Like, I'll probably go right back to the other choice and see what happens there. Because there's likely very useful information at the end of both of these paths. Ooh, excuse me. And we still have not found another lock yet. Oh, damn it. Excuse me again.
Get ready for your... So, I have something to tell you, members of the Special Defense Unit. I contacted the artificial satellite and let humanity know about your decision. They all have the utmost respect for you. Once again, thank you! You are mankind's hope, our light in the darkness. We will never forget what you've done for us. Your names will go down in history. Glory to Last Defense Academy and the Special Defense Unit.
But ultimately, us, the player, have to choose whether any of this shit's even accurately true information about what's going on. I mean, realistically, thinking more deep about it, I mean, there's not really, like, from what we understand, there's not really much of the alien civilization left anyway. You have the enemy commandos, the few rebels, and all the people she's fed into the machine and turned into monsters. Like, from what we understand, there's not even really that many of them left. They're basically dead, and I'm not saying that makes it right to kill them. Like I said, there's no real good choice in what's going on. I mean, if there was the possibility to be able to have the two sides, like, talk and piece it out, I would definitely want to do that, but like I said, I don't think the game's going to give us that option, this particular path, for now.
Huh?
Well, let's save first. We on time, actually. Oh, yeah, we're a little past an hour, actually.